Saiful Islam Gaddafi, the son of Libya's former leader Muammar Gaddafi, he has reportedly been assassinated at his home in the city of Zintan. It's claimed a group of commandos stormed his residence, disabled security cameras and then gunned him down. Here's a clip of an exclusive interview Saiful Islam Gaddafi gave to RT back in 2011.
2008, you were welcomed in London. Tony Blair embraced your father. You received your PhD from London School of Economics. And now, just 3 years on, you're a media villain targeted by NATO missiles in your own country, split by civil war. Why do you think has your fate turned so violently?
It's a good lesson for everybody, for us and for others. We heard, we got messages from many countries, and we heard many news from Iran, North Korea, saying, this is your mistake, Libyans. You give up your weapons of mass destruction, you stopped developing long-range missiles, you became very friendly with the West, and this is the result. So, what does it mean? It means this is a message to everybody, that you have to be strong, you never trust them, and you have to be always on alert, because those people, they don't have friends. Over one night, they change their mind and they start bombing us. And the same thing could happen to any other country.
But there are some people saying that if Gaddafi goes, the fighting will stop.
Stop? Of course not. Because their goal is not Gaddafi. Their goal is to control Libya. Is to control Libya. This is the target. And the Libyans will not allow them to do that. So the fight will continue.
When all this nightmare will be over, how do you think?
Listen, NATO and rebels, both are in a hurry. They want to finish as soon as possible because they are hungry, they are tired, they want to share the cake. Mm-hmm. It's like, for them, Libya is like fast food, like McDonald's, fast. Because everything should be fast. Fast war, fast airplanes, fast bullets, fast victory, but we are very patient because we are in our country. It's our country. We live here, we die here. So we are very patient. One day, the French will go back to Corsica and France, the Italians will go back to Sicily and Italy, the Danish will go back to Denmark, the Canadians will go back to Toronto, and Libya will be back to the Libyans.
We heard from a former CIA analyst and US Army member on how NATO sowed chaos in Libya and then bombed it into so-called freedom. Take a listen.
Libya went from having the highest standard of living in Africa and in probably much of the Arabian world to being a destroyed post-apocalyptic country with open-air slave markets, terrorist training camps, constant combat, warfare, a hellhole. If you want to see democracy in action by Western standards, they brought democracy to Libya. They destroyed the country, they murdered the people, they set up factions to fight each other, and since they're still fighting each other. And there's no sight, nothing in sight that can end this. Well, he was. Sam was heir apparent, he was reunifying the country. That's the last thing the United States wanted. That's the last thing that NATO wanted. They flat out, they murdered Libya. There's no other way to say this.
The United States, the West, they're a scorpion. Can't trust them. Cannot trust them. I mean, what happened to his father, who had cut a deal with the CIA to give up weapons of mass destruction, to basically cooperate with the West. And that wasn't enough. The West wanted more. The West wanted the oil. And the West then set in motion a civil war. And in the process also was funding out of Libya after Gaddafi fell. They set up a subunit of the CIA in Benghazi that was in processing weapons that were being sent in through Turkey into Syria to overthrow Bashar al-Assad. Like I said, the United States, by virtue of its conduct, my country has been a scorpion, not someone you can trust. If they promise, oh, trust us, we're not going to sting you. And sure enough, given the chance, we'll sting you.